Hey, Steven.
Hey, what's up?
It's great to be back doing Worth It, international style.
That's right, we are here in Toronto, Canada, and we have a special guest. We have a good friend of mine, but also movie star, actor, that's the same thing, Simu Liu.
Is it worth it? Make it worth it. Make it worth it. Worth it. Worth it.
Hi guys, I'm super happy to be here. I can't believe I'm on an episode of Worth It.
Today on Worth It, we're going to be trying 3 of Simu's favorite dishes in Toronto at 3 drastically different price points to find out which one is the most worth it at its price. So this is not gonna be your typical Worth It episode. We're actually doing 3 different foods that Simu has a personal connection to.
This is an ideal episode. We're getting a local's favorites on Worth It.
I'm just like a tour guide. You're a couple of friends that are visiting me in the city.
All right, Simu, where are we going first?
We are going to Golden Patty to have the spicy beef patty. If you haven't had it before, it's gonna change your life. It's one of the only places in the city that you can get like a great full meal for under $5.
That sounds good right now. All right, let's check out this beef patty.
Let's go.
Hello.
Hello.
Thanks for having us in. What are we getting?
You gotta go with the spicy beef patty.
All right, we'll have 3 spicy beef patties. I'm gonna have a peanut punch.
Ooh.
I'll take a Jamaican soda of some sort.
He's gonna have a pineapple island soda, and I'll have the same. Dollar for dollar, I think the value of a beef patty is like unbeatable.
Cheers.
Patty cheers.
It's a lot moister than I expected.
It's dry and crispy and flaky on the outside in all the best ways, and then you open it up and it's like a nice, warm, tender filling.
Yeah. So how long have you been coming to this location eating patties?
Kensington's been around since I was a kid. Like I went to middle school just up the street from here. Back in the day, it was like 80 cents. It was so affordable.
Yeah.
And a great way to spend lunch.
When you came here as a middle schooler, it was probably still branded as Patty King. Patty King continues to make the spicy beef patties for Golden Patty. So we actually spoke with Carrie from Patty King, who told us how they were made.
The original business was down in Kensington Market on Baldwin Street. And here in Scarborough, we have a little storefront. We grew up with patties in Jamaica. It was sort of an everyday food. And so reaching to something that was not too difficult to make and kind of you can see the form and see how it's done. And it wasn't really in Toronto. And Kensington Market just spoke of Jamaica to us. And patties are something that we resonated with. The filling is made of beef and some filler like breadcrumbs, like a meatball to kind of bind it together, and onions and spices and pepper. And then the pastry is made ahead of time, and that's like flour and beef fat. That's the tradition that it comes from. When the meat is cooled and the pastry is ready and rolled out to the consistency that they need it, it kind of travels together and meets at our patty making machine. We used to do it by hand. It's a pretty simple process. It's a working person's food, you know, it's like it fills you up, it gets you to where you're going, and it totally makes sense.
It's a very interesting amount of food for a savory food. The thinness and shape of it, if I had like cargo pockets, I could have like 1 patty in every pocket. Where does this slot in? When are you eating?
This is right in the middle. It definitely is a snack unless you have, 2 or 3, which I'm prone to do. But more than a bag of chips and less than like a full-on club sandwich. You're right in the middle.
I don't want to finish this patty. I'm at the point now where I have the perfect bite. No! Oh my God. Oh! My finger got in there a little bit.
I know, I saw it.
It's our favorite time.
Toronto fact! We're actually gonna ask you some facts.
Oh, me some facts.
Yeah. Does Toronto have any nicknames? Like New York is the Big Apple.
The Big Apple.
Chicago, the Windy City. What is Toronto?
Nothing that is so timeless as like the Big Apple, but certainly the T.O. insofar as like the hip hop references. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Cardinal Official, T-Dot.
Yes.
T-Dot. One of the other names for Toronto is the Six, which you may know from, insert Drake song. And there's conflicting accounts of like what the 6 is based on. Is it the 416, which is our famous area code?
Oh.
Is it the 6 boroughs that represent Toronto? In the few years that like LeBron was just crushing us in the playoffs, it was LeBronto for a while.
Really? This is my favorite thing, because when I talk about basketball on this show, Andrew and Adam do not care.
To be fair, every time it's just a LeBron analogy. It's like
my
this
favorite
dumpling
player.
is LeBron.
Is the LeBron?
This bowl of soup is LeBron James. Follow-up question. What do you call somebody from Toronto?
That would be Torontonians.
A Torontonian.
One of the telltale signs of a real Torontonian is by how we actually say Toronto. When I say it to non-Torontonians, I will enunciate Toronto, all 3 syllables. But really, among locals, it's Toronto.
Toronto.
Toronto. All right, Simu, where are we going to next?
All right, I'm so excited about this one. We are going to Pai, Northern Thai Kitchen. It's the most famous Thai restaurant in the city. Recently made the Michelin recommended list. This is actually the first year that Michelin has been in Toronto. So
really?
it's a big year for us, for the city.
First year for Worth It, too.
Well, there you go.
It's a big year for Toronto.
Big year. We're gonna be talking to Jeff and Nui, who are the owner and chef, kind of power couple, culinary force behind the restaurant. And we're gonna be having the Khao soy, which in this weather, I'm sure you guys will agree, is very welcome. Brothy, warm, hearty.
Pai is a Northern Thai restaurant. To me, I want to be authentic to myself because I grew up in Northern Thailand. I eat Northern Thai food all the time. So that's why I said, okay, we're gonna do Northern Thai food and we're gonna do like a lot of stuff that we have to import in because they don't have Northern Thai food ingredients here. But again, something that's so very delicious and want to be able to share with our guests here. That's where it starts.
I know you specified that you want to use specific ingredients. And so in the Gap Prao, for example, you have holy basil. Could you tell us about what's different about that versus other basils?
Holy basil, it's a basil that when you look at the leaf itself, it has a little bit of hairy around it. And then when you break them, the oil is so very fragrant. And when you stir fry, it just like make the dish is very distinctive. But oftentimes people will substitute it with the Thai basil. I go checking everywhere, no holy basils. I say, you know what, just import them in, they're thrown in weekly.
We had to create a standing order and just cross our fingers hoping that people in Toronto would love this dish. Now it's everywhere.
So today we're trying the Khao soy.
Khao soy is a dish that has egg noodle and very beautiful golden curry sauce. The first step will be how I braise my beef. So the beef that I use, it's the shank part. I have a lot of tendons. To cook that dish, we need to make sure that it gets braised, it's like soft. So I braise this beef many hours and then after that, I bring it to braise with the curry sauce itself.
Sounds great.
Double braised.
Yes, double braise.
Well, I'm double hungry.
Can we double eat?
Let's double eat.
The noodle part is like egg noodle, so we just cook egg noodle and then add a little bit of garlic oil to bring out a very nice flavor. And after that, we put the two together. That is heaven on the bowl. With the crispy noodle, topping it and have come with the pickled mustard green, shallots, little bit of the roasted chili with oil, and 1 piece of lamb. So
Obviously the flavor is the most important, but then when you add some texture and it's that silky smooth curry with like the juicy beef, the crispy noodles on top, and then the crunch of the pickled mustard greens, it's so much happening.
I just want to make sure that the food that I cook is authentic to where I am from. I want to be able to bring tradition to the table. People love the way that we cook back home, so that's the only way.
This looks beautiful.
Where shall we start?
I know, it's always like a strategy meeting.
I'm feeling noodle.
Noodle?
Okay.
Feeling noodle.
Noodle first?
Cheers. Yes.
It's actually deceiving because when you look at the bowl, you don't see the noodles, but then when you pull it up, it's like, oh my God,
There's
like,
actually a whole lot of it in there. Perfect noodle consistency, I would say. Everything I look for in a noodle. The right amount of chewiness, like just substantial. And I love that there's a part of it that's crispy as well. You can get the crispy ones, put it into the broth.
Oh yeah, I gotta
a nice little
break
crunchy. That's a yes for me, dog.
Shall we have a piece of beef?
I think you could have suggested anything and we would have been like, yeah.
Yeah, no, fair.
Whoa. Why is it so soft? It was interesting when she was saying like it's braised, but then she described it being braised twice. And it reminded me of, one time I visited I was like house shopping. And I visited this home.
Where's he going with this?
And checked out the master bath. It is a ginormous shower. And in that shower was two showers and a bathtub.
The bathtub is inside the shower?
So you could go in and what you would do is you would take a bath first, right? And then you would wash up after the bath and you take a shower.
Yeah.
See, I would take a shower first, then get into the bath so as not to dirty the bath water.
Either way.
And then you gotta rinse all the
And
silky
then
suds off it. Yeah.
A little shower sandwich, if you will.
Yeah.
I don't know, a double braise reminded me of a double shower bath.
That's amazing.
Like you're getting like all the pampering.
Once for tenderizing, once for flavor.
It might be the only bathing situation where all three of us could use it at the same time.
Now here's an idea for a segment.
There you go.
I gotta get out of here.
So delicious. Jeff and Noor really just, they embodied that immigrant dream, you know, and they're just such upstanding people.
Can you imagine, right? Like moving to a new country and like having to feel like you need to assimilate to the country, but also stand true to your values. That is like one of the hardest things to do. So they were able to keep to their recipe and do their thing. Like
Yeah.
I admire that.
All right, Simu, where are we going next?
We are going to a suburb to the northeast of the city core called Markham, where we will try the infamous Lobster Tower at Fishman Lobster Clubhouse.
Well, before we go there, I actually have a lobster fact.
Lobster fan.
Lobsters taste with their legs and feet hairs, which are chemosensory and can use them to identify food sources.
The heck?
That was not the lobster fact that I was expecting.
So you're saying that lobsters taste with their hands and feet.
Yes.
Steven.
Can we just discuss whether that's a better life or a worse life?
Like if you could taste with your feet, what would you do with that power?
Yeah, it wouldn't taste great like 98% of the time.
But then, see, I have the problem where I overeat because I just want to taste food. So if I could just be like, num 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 num, like, I would eat like reasonable amounts.
Did you just taste me without my consent?
My name is Raymond C. We are in our family restaurant. I am the operating director here. I'm in charge of the imports of king crabs, the logistics of lobsters, and when and how much to come into the restaurant.
On your busiest day of the week, how many people do you serve in a day?
Close to 1,000.
1,000 people?
Yeah, 1,000 people. We have a holding facility in the East Coast. What we see here is hardly 5% of our inventory. We have a holding facility that can hold 1 million pounds.
Did you say a
A
million
million, up to 1
pounds?
million pounds, up to a
Of
million
lobster?
Of lobsters, yes.
What?
I mean, that is the blood of our business, actually, is the logistics, how we fill out these tanks with lobsters.
What are we having today?
For tonight, you guys are having the crabs in the garlic style, and the lobster would be in the Hong Kong style. It brings back childhood memories. We came from very humble beginnings back in the village of China, where as little kids, we just roam around the neighborhood, and sometimes you have to cook our own food. The yam, you know, the sweet potatoes, there was no cooking equipment available in the rice field. So basically we stack the bits and pieces of the dry soil, and we stack it into a towel, kind of cut a little hole on the base of it, start a fire in there to kind of heat up the pieces of the soil. After about 10-20 minutes, it's all heated, and we just break the top. We throw the yams inside and then collapse the whole tower to let it cook the yam. And that was the best yam you could ever taste. From that, how can we transfer that type of presentation that it has some memory attached to it and relate that to our restaurant idea? So my brother came up with the lobster tower idea.
I saw on the menu it's described as a mountain.
In
of
mountain, yes,
lobster.
yeah.
I'm so excited for you guys to have
my
this. Oh
gosh.
my god.
Oh my gosh, this is a two-person job.
Wait.
Is this just blocking Simu's entire body and head?
Don't worry, I'll find my shot. This is not my moment. This is the tower's moment. Can we name the 3 lobster heads? One is Steven, one is Simu, and one is Andrew.
Adam is the iceberg lettuce.
So the only way we can show Simu is to eat through this thing, right?
We gotta eat our way through. That's the only way.
Loves means
Oh,
serious
man.
work is about to happen.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh yeah.
So where do you start?
That's a great question.
How do you start?
go with your gut.
I've never had to assume an athletic stance for eating something on this show. I'm just gonna grab a bunch. Cheers. Cheers. Cheers up here.
Lobster cheers.
Oh my, it just comes right out.
This is already the best thing we've ever done on this show. I don't know that I've ever had fried lobster before. It's very interesting. It's golden, it's juicy.
Yeah, I think it adds a lot of flavor to the lobster, right? You're getting the oil, it's getting deep fried. It's like,
It's complementing and accentuating. It's not overtaking. I can still taste the lobster, but it's just, I just feel like it's been enhanced.
wait, so there's like chili embedded into the lobster. It's like,
Yeah.
it somehow seeped through inside.
Yes, like the frying has created a bunch of crevices into which all of this garlic and flavor and chili has seeped. All right, the crab tower has arrived. Oh boy, just
go.
a fistful, huh? The crab is amazing.
Oh yeah. I want more. Can I show you how easily this comes out? That's honestly half the battle with eating shell. Like,
Yeah, you got the cracker. You're like, oh, how do I do it? It's all done for you. All you literally pick it up with your hand, and then you just
This is good.
Well, Andrew, Steven, this concludes my food tour of Toronto. Hope you guys enjoyed the restaurants.
No, thank you for bringing us. It was
Yeah.
amazing as always. And now this part of the episode, we talk about our worth it winners.
I can't do it.
Now, they're all winners, but which restaurant was the most worth it at its given price point?
That's true.
To you.
To you. You gotta pick one. Well, I'll start. I'm gonna cut straight to the chase here. My worth it winner today goes to pie.
Interesting.
Fishman, which is arguably one of, if not my favorite restaurant experience ever.
Wow.
But
That's huge. How's it not your
I
winner?
know.
That not be a worth it winner.
But the story, the food, the familiarity for me with the Southeast Asian cuisine, and then just like those extra little touches of love that Chef Nui put in the food. The Khao Swai pie, it's my worth it winner.
Well, Andrew, what do you think?
Every place was amazing, as we know. There's something about the walk-in, grab and eat factor of Patty King's patties at Golden Patty that is unbeatable. I mean, how many other establishments can you just walk in and be eating within seconds of purchase? Pie, I also loved. Really tremendous. But I'm gonna give my worth it winner to Fishman Lobster Clubhouse.
No way!
Yeah, it's one of the most unique dining experiences I've ever had, and I really love the specificity of it. It is celebratory, it is extravagant, but they do focus on that one thing, and I think that's so cool. That's my worth it winner.
Wow.
No, that means
Wow.
it leaves me. This is extraordinarily difficult.
You have to, and if you don't, then we'll never invite you back to the show.
When I think about Golden Patty, I think about my childhood. I think about like my teenage years and the money that was left over after I bought my subway tickets. I would save it up and that would be enough for a patty. And there's pie, again, such an incredible place. You feel like you're home. You feel like you're treated like absolute family, and both like the level of service and care and also in the taste and the flavors of the foods. And then we have Fishman Lobster Clubhouse, which absolutely speaks for itself in the clubhouse nature.
Good job, man. You managed to not pick one.
I think I have an answer, and I'm gonna preface by saying this. The one place where I think I take a lot of pleasure in helping other people form core memories as well, and I think the one place that I can do that is Fishman Lobster Clubhouse. So I'm gonna go Fishman Lobster Clubhouse by a hair. And
Wow.
it's really like, I mean, seeing your face, Steven, the first time I brought you here was so special. Seeing your face just now, Andrew, as you experienced it, you can't put a price on it. Is it worth it to have a life-changing experience? Maybe that's being hyperbolic, but
It's not.
I would say always yes, it's worth it.
Adam, who's your worth it winner?
Patty King Patty at Golden Patty.
Hey, signing off from Toronto. It's been worth it. And we got 2 more episodes this season, so stay tuned. And again, Simu, thanks for joining us. You know, we appreciate it.
Guys, thanks for letting me tag along. This was so much fun.